I need $10,000 a month to live my life comfortably at 21 years old. At one point in my life and in my career as an entrepreneur, my goal was to hit $10,000 a month because then my life will be complete. I'm here to tell you that 6 figures a year or $10,000 a month is a facade, and that it's honestly like a trap that most people fall into. And I fell into it. And I'm going to be telling you the truth on why I think $10,000 a month is something that shouldn't be your goal and how you should be anchoring yourself to make more. Because the problem I'm seeing with most guys, and you can see this, is they want the goal of making $10,000 a month, and they hit below that, and then they don't make any more. Because it's just like, you ever heard of the saying, like, you shoot for the stars, but you land on the moon, or whatever it is? It's the same thing there. But it's just the truth. From my experience as an entrepreneur, I made hundreds of thousands with the internet, and I've closed millions for influencers and online coaches. So I'm always seeing money coming in and out of my bank accounts, and I'm selling all these high-ticket products, and I'm quoting people at high-ticket margin, at high-ticket prices. And from being around all this money, it really broke my frame on the $10,000 a month mark, or the $100,000 a year, because I think it's all a facade. Because as I've been living on my own for the past 3 years, I've been paying my rent, I've been paying my car bills, my registration, my insurance, my credit card bills. I've been paying my everything, my clothes, my watch, everything that I own today, I bought with my own money. And what I've learned from living on my own and making at a minimum $10,000 a month is that you need $10,000 a month to live your life comfortably, at least here in California. The way I have been able to make money in my career is I'm not shifting my focus on how much money I'm losing. I'm shifting my focus on how much money I'm actually going to make, or I'm making. Because the problem I've seen multiple times is people focus too much on the negative on their life, and they focus on how much they're losing and how much they're spending, and if they don't make this decision, then they'll lose that. When in reality, they should be shifting their focus. Hey, if I take this step forward here, I have the potential to make this much. Or if I take advantage of this opportunity, I can make this much, right? That's one of the ways I shifted. And I fell into a really, really bad downward spiral in the beginning of my entrepreneur journey. All I was used to was having record months. I was used to having really good months. I think I had $12,000 a month. I had an $8,000 a month I was doing pretty good. Especially, this is the beginning of my journey. I think I was 19 years old, around there. But then there was these 2 really, really bad months where I didn't make literally anything. I think I only made $400 one month. And the next month I only made $300. And I was in this downward spiral, and my focus was like, oh my God, I'm losing my money. I'm spending so much money on rent. I'm spending so much money on all these miscellaneous things, and I was living on my own. This was my first place at 19. It was during the winter season, and I'm losing so much money. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money to pay for my rent. And I'm living on my own, and rent at that time was $2,500, and it got so bad. I had a negative focus where I was so concerned with my lights that were plugged into with my outlets at my house. I would unplug them from the wall, and then I would leave my house because I was worried that they were burning the electricity bill, and the electricity bill would go up. So my focus was on the amount of money I was losing. So that is the problem I realized. And then I had a notebook at the time, and I was writing down my thoughts. And it all came down, I ended up writing that I was focusing too much on the negative than I was on the positive. Right? I wrote down, what am I thinking that's negative? What am I thinking that's positive? And I ended up writing way more things about the negative than I did about the positive. And it just clicked for me. I'm like, oh my God, my focus is on the wrong thing. And so for you, the whole topic of this video is like $100,000 a month is a facade, 10K a month is a facade. Your focus is pedestalizing $10,000 a month. Most people think graduating college or getting a master's degree and then making 6 figures a year is a game changer. Then you really, really made it. That's all of it's a joke. You're going to get taxed on that, and you won't even make anything, especially if you're not an entrepreneur or a business owner. You can't really find loopholes around that. But if you focus on losing money, then that's all you will see. But if you focus on making more money and taking advantage of more opportunities and making more connections and learning more skills so that you can make more things and make more money, then you'll be able to live a life in abundance. And you'll be able to have this vibrance and this abundance in your life where money comes to you effortlessly. People come through you effortlessly. Connections, it just makes up, it literally makes your life way easier at the end of the day when you shift your focus. And so, and I say it, I want to make this video because I need $10,000 a month minimum in order to make my bills. 100%. I don't say that to flex. I don't say that to come off in a guru manner or to just put that in your face. I make this video because to some people it could be polarizing, and to some people it could be like, oh, you're stupid, and to some people it could be like, oh, it's frame breaking, especially at 21, because most 21-year-olds, let's be honest, are either partying their life away or wasting their times or not even taking their life serious or just wasting their time, right? And not to say I don't party. I still do stupid stuff at 21. I still do pretty stupid stuff, but I have my priorities set in line, and I know where I should be spending majority of my time. I know where I should be doing certain things, and so the moral of this YouTube video is to show you that if you have the right focus on the right thing, whatever your financial goal is, whatever it is your business goal is, whatever it is, you'll be able to accomplish it. And so I'll make another YouTube video on this, but analogy I also want to use is I recently completed a half Ironman. So that is a 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike, and then a 13.2 mile run. Now, it sounds like it's crazy, right? And it actually was, but I only trained for about a month and a week. So about 5 weeks. And to some people I was like, bro, Adam, you're crazy. You're really committing suicide at that point. But for me, I didn't pedestalize it. I've never swam in my whole entire life, like ocean water swim, and I didn't even own a road bike. So I had to go buy one, and I ended up training. But I wanted to, that I'm flexing on, I'll be honest. But you know, the last portion of it, well, the hardest part was the last running part. 13.2 miles after swimming and after biking. And at the run, at mile 8, I had realized, oh my God, I'm at mile 8, and it went by so easy. Like, I know I had to complete 13 miles, but at mile 8, I was like, it was the easiest 8 miles of my life. Because I knew at mile 1 and at mile 3 and at mile 4, I had a bigger vision and a bigger goal of hitting 13 miles. I had to complete it. So I didn't even consciously phase myself. I was just running subconsciously, and I ended up at mile 8 gaining consciousness. Like, my God, I've actually gotten so far in this run, I might actually complete it, right? And then obviously the last couple miles of that was like worst, like ever. But if you, for example, plan on running and you want to do, for example, 3 miles, at mile 1, you're going to be feeling the pressure. Like, you're going to be like, holy shit, like, I'm tired, I want to stop running. But if you set out a goal for one day to run, I don't even know, 8 miles, right? And at mile 6 is where like you were like, oh wow, I actually did mile 6 and I have only 2 more miles to go. The moral of the story is like, shoot for the stars, you'll end up landing on the moon. Okay, thing with like K a month or $100,000 a month, that is all great. It's simple. It's not easy. It's simple. But if you anchor yourself at a goal that is much higher than what you actually think you can get done, then you will move a lot faster in your life. And so it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in the half Ironman I did. So shift your focus on positive. Check yourself. Yo, my thoughts pushing me towards the goal, my goal, the best version of me, or is it pushing me away? Ask yourself genuinely. That is where you'll be able to expose yourself and start working on your personal development journey to get to where you need to be. So hopefully this video kind of get the point across. Like I said, 10K a month minimum, living at 21 is what it is. I know guys that they need $10,000 a day in order to live their life comfortably. I literally, one of my mentors, he needs $10,000 a day minimum to live his life, and he's 26. That's like a month minimum in order to pay his bills and be on time. So when I compare it to his, it's nothing. It's cakewalk. But hopefully this video gives you the motivation and it gives you that free frame of how you should live your life. I'm not saying go splurge your money, but literally set goals and figure it out. You're going to get it done. Sign up for a marathon. Right? Go test your body. Your mind will, you'd be surprised in how far your mind will actually get when you set a goal and you have no other choice but to complete it. I'm telling you. So 10K a month, $100,000 a month is cake. It's literally a walk in the park. Do not pedestalize your goals. Make sure your focus is on positive and on making more money and taking advantage of opportunities. Because if you're focused on pressure and anxiety and doubt and scarcity and literally your outlet burning electricity in your house and you're losing money every single, whatever it is, you're going to be in a negative state. And when you're in a negative state, you're not going to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. Think about all the times, like if you're in sports or if you're existing already in sales, or if you had a moment in your life where you felt so confident and you felt so motivated and you were in a really, really good state, where, you know, you closed that deal or you scored that goal or that point and you felt in flow, like that flow state. Like that is the feeling that you need to have like 90% of your day, or when you're at least doing your business and your work, because that's what's going to push the needle in your life. Because if you're in a negative state and you're focusing on the bad thing and you're in a slump, it ain't going to happen. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it work. So hopefully that video makes sense. It doesn't, leave a comment down below and I'll make it make sense. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. A free sales community down below with a whole bunch of killers and entrepreneurs. Join that, associate yourself with them, and you will literally see your life change. All right. So I'll talk to you later. Take care.